Good morning and welcome to Godly Play on this Sunday morning, May 17th. I'm so glad that you can tune in and join us. Hopefully you remember that we are in the Eastertide season, and so for these Sundays after Easter, and I know it's been a little while since Easter, about a month actually. However, we continue to look at the resurrection sightings. So when Jesus shows up to people after the resurrection. And so we remember Mary, who saw Jesus outside of the empty tomb in the garden. We remember the two friends on the road to Emmaus when Jesus approached them and they invited him to dinner that night, and he revealed himself as Jesus. We remember later that night when Jesus showed up in the room with the disciples and his friends, and Thomas didn't believe, so he had to touch the holes in Jesus' hands and in his side. And we remember that next morning when the disciples were out on the boat catching fish, and they were invited by Jesus right over here on the shore to have breakfast, probably a fish fry. And they got a whole net full of fish, and they came in and spent time with Jesus that morning. And so this morning, on this Sunday of Easter, we remember how all the disciples gathered in Galilee. They gathered together and went to the mountain to meet Jesus, and he was already there. It was good to see him, even in this new way. But what were they supposed to do now? Listen. He was talking again. What was that? All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. What was he talking about? Then he said something they could understand but did not want to hear. Go everywhere. Tell my story, even this part, to everyone. Show them how to be good disciples. Tell them the story so they can become part of it. Baptize them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. This was too far to travel, too much to do. Then in their dismay, they heard him say, I am with you always to the end of the age. And then he was gone. What did he mean? As they walked back to Jerusalem, they knew they had been followers. Now they were to be leaders. They had been sheep, now they were to be shepherds. They had come home for the last time, now they were to make a home for others. Jesus told the disciples to go and to baptize and to make disciples of all nations, to go everywhere and to tell everyone of who he was and of his life and the things that he did, of his teachings. And so that's what they did. It was a hard thing to do, but they listened and they became leaders. I wonder how you can tell others about Jesus. And I wonder if you can share with your families or those people who are around you this morning ways that you can share Jesus with your friends and family. Could you tell stories? Could you live by example? Could you show kindness and love to others? Could you do good things and help people? I wonder all of these things for you. And now, as Godly Play story concludes for today, I invite you to join us on Zoom this morning at 10 a.m. for a very special edition of Waffle Church. So we'll see you soon.